So Mega Pastor Brian Suave don't just want to make America great again. He want to take it back to a time where they was stoning people in the streets. And namely, he wants to stone black folks, young black youth.
The actual number of blacks who are committing murder is more than whites. Right. And whites are significantly greater.
60% compared to 13%
Percentage of the population, yeah.
So if you take that, and then you took a law like Deuteronomy 21, which is a just law that God enacted through Moses. The law was that if you had a rebellious son, you have a child they're coming up into their manhood and they're rebellious, they don't listen. He lists some characteristics and even though they're disciplined, they will not turn. He says the fathers to bring them out into the town square. This is a rebellious son, and then they stone him to death. They kill him.
And an armed robber would certainly be one of those.
Oh, absolutely. Armed robber, all the ghetto
violent
culture.
crimes.
Basically, take ghetto culture, it would describe this to a T. If you did that over 3 generations, how much violent crime would you have in the 3rd and 4th generation? Much, much less.
First off, let me I just did a quick Google search and I came up with the same statistic. I'm about to show you another video in 1 second of a young lady disproving this guy's statistics about black folk committing so many more crimes than white folk. It's just fabricated how they present these facts to y'all. But with that said, I wonder why he don't talk about his own folk in this epidemic of school shooters that we got going on. He don't talk about taking them in the streets and stoning them, right? I wonder why. But you know what I'm saying?
Let's say that somebody was coming into our church and they're black. And would they be eligible for membership in our church? Yes, of course they would. They'd be eligible for membership in our church. But would they be permitted to participate in, embody, and practice what I would call black culture generally in our church?
And this is where the begins.
The answer is absolutely not. Why? Because the characteristics that mark black culture as a generalization in the same way Paul's talking about Cretans.
Okay.
On Crete, they are evil, murderous, violent, bestial people. They steal, they kill, they destroy. They are sinful to the core. They have besetting sins that are like fatherlessness, sexual immorality. They molest children at a high rate. All of any criminal statistic that you could look at, almost pretty much without exception, they excel at them.
That right there, folks, is what we call projection. Because what he actually described was his entire race and his ancestors. Sat up there and spewed nothing but lies. If we look at the facts will actually show that white people lead in all the crime. Black people lead in like 2 categories, but the rest is white people. But they want to tell us that black culture is the problem when white culture is going out every single day committing mass shootings, killing children, killing innocent people, thriving off hate and division, but they want to talk about black culture as if black on black crime affects them. It doesn't. But in their story, we're always the bad guy.
I mean, yeah, this is projection at its best because, he's trying to somehow describe black folk as the picture of evil, when we know, when we look through history, it's been white folk. Just like Minister Farrakhan said, we don't have a history of committing violent crime against other races. It's white folk that have that history. And y'all fear that if we come into power, like as he say, that we are going to do the same thing to you that your ancestors done to us. That's what you're scared about. That's what you're guilty about. And then you're talking about molestation. Are you kidding me, man? Have you not took a peek into the Catholic Church in ever? Right? Y'all, I don't know what y'all took a vow of not getting married and not having sex with your wives, folk, because it ain't did nothing. But I guess I do know why. Because that gives you a path straight to boy's butt. Pathway straight to it. And that's what y'all been doing for centuries. Now, am I trying to disregard the sexual immorality in the black community as well? No. I address my people's problem as you should be addressing yours. I admit it's wherever, but that's in every culture. Every culture has sexual deviants that do things that should not be permitted or that are sick or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We have people that are definitely touching on kids and families, and ain't nobody said nothing. And you know, the kids grow up with problems and this, that, and other. This is something that happens in all cultures, but for some reason, when it comes to white folk and they want to get on their soapbox and they always talk about black folk and try to pin the world's problems on us. When, just like the young lady said, why are you so mad at us? We are not the ones that are committing these so-called crimes to you and your people. That's you and your people committing crimes amongst each other. Just like it is black folk committing crimes amongst each other. It's proximity. You normally are going to commit crimes against the person that you live the closest to. So black folks staying in communities with other black folk, we commit crimes against each other. If it ain't nothing better else to do, if it ain't no jobs out here, if it ain't no productive programs and things that people can get involved in, if you have places that have been depleted of prosperity, then it is not going to excel. You dig what I'm saying? But somehow they want to look and be like, oh, you see what they doing over there? Let's take them in the street and stone them. But you don't want to talk about the kids that you are creating. First of all, you talking about white kids. I mean, you talking about kids being disrespectful and unruly. We know white kids to be some of the most disrespectful, unruly kids that we ever seen in our life. Like we know that. Wow, it's talking about a father taking a son out into the street and stoning him. We know that. Listen, while there may have not been as many fathers in the home, in the black home, as we would like, we know kids have a healthy fear of whoever's in the home, of a father, mother, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They have a fear and a certain respect for mom, that they might creep out and go do some wild stuff in the street, but they still gonna come home and you know, act accordingly or not wild out. You know what I'm saying? White kids are known for just disrespecting parents right to their face from the start, just little ones. No, Mom, I'm not gonna do it. And that's the nicest possible version that I could probably give you. Listen, man, these so-called Christians, because I don't know how they call themselves that, and go about spitting some of the rhetoric that they spew. It's ridiculous. It's like you know. I don't know who you're a pastor of, but I do know you don't reflect the Bible. You think you do, but it's only because you live in an echo chamber of other white folks that used to love a time where they could put their KKK hats on and ride out on the horses in the middle of the night. I mean, it's to the point, it don't even bother me no more. It's just like, just another video that I don't even waste my breath on a lot of the videos that I see. Because I don't want this to just be like a constant race thing that's just kind of, we got to keep talking about, like, but we have to call it out when we see it. But it's like, man, I understand. Y'all exist. Y'all hate black folk. It's cool. It's cool. Like, whatever, dog. Just worry about your people, man. Worry about you and yours, and me and mine. I'll worry about me and mine. Like, if you notice, I get on this platform and I talk about black folk mostly and black issues because I speak to my people and I want my people to be better. I want us to grow and to be better men and women of God. And so I address us because I love us. Now, I also address white folk in the stuff that, you know what I'm saying? I address the world and the world's problems as well. But I'm a black man, so I live in a black man's world, so I'm going to talk to my people. But my problem with y'all is, why aren't you talking to your people? You are so concerned with what we doing over here. And I get why you so concerned with it, because you ain't did nothing but rob and steal and pillage from us all your life. Like, it's funny how he projects this image of, oh, black people are so this and so that. You stole a country, bro. You stole a country. And throughout your history, you have a constant habit of doing so. Constant inventions that we done came up with, you pillaged and took those, and you profit off of it to this day. Y'all make astronomical amounts of money off of black everything, black music, black culture, black actors, black this, black inventions. You take it all. You take it all and you go run to the bank with it and profit off of it and act like you pulled yourself up by your bootstraps. It's the goofiest thing I ever seen. Like listen, it is what it is. You learn how to steal well. Y'all rob and pillage and steal very well. And thieves respect that. You know what I'm saying? It's even fascinating to regular civilians. We watch them shows, we like, dang, he robbed a bank. How you get away with that? You got away with 30 million robbing banks. Well, it's fascinating to us, right? But man, just say what it is. You robbed the bank, you got away with it. You know what I'm saying? Don't then try to get all proud like, I've had generations of wealth upon my family. Yeah, because you've been robbing everybody. You weren't an upstanding citizen. What are you talking about? You've been robbing everybody since the time you existed. White folk, stop getting all proud standing up on your soapbox because you benefit from white supremacy. And then y'all swear that you swear that racism don't exist. You swear that systemic racism don't exist. It's still untrue facts that's still printed in books about black folk to this day that have them going about medical procedures still the wrong way because the racism was in the book and it was a false statement that was in the book that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just, I ain't even gonna get into all that, but I'm just, systematic racism exists. Racism exists. It is what it is. Stop trying to project it onto us, though. Talk about your kids. Talk about your problems in your community and what white idiot you should be stoning next. You dig what I'm saying? Instead of talking about black folks. Because you are the problem in this country if we're really going to be honest about it. Now, do I admit my folk got a problem? Of course I do. That's why I talk about it every day. Leave our problems to us, and you go talk about your problems and handle yours. Stone your kids in the street, whatever you want to do. Y'all idiots. But you know what? I ain't even going to put that on y'all kids because of how idiotic you are. You know what I'm saying? Because if y'all was doing that to y'all kids, I would still be appalled and mad just as well. Because your kids don't come out the womb like that. They learn that from idiots like you. Look like a millennial bartender that serve IPAs at a speakeasy with a bow tie on. Yeah, like y'all just irritate me so much. Stupid beard and haircut he got. Like, oh, man, let me get out of here. It's your boy P Camp. Let me know what you think, what you don't think. Get out, get at your boy.